When Clementine first came into view, she was trembling so hard it looked like she could barely stand. Her body was stiff, her eyes wide, and every small sound made her flinch. The call had come in about a dog who was scheduled to be euthanized, and when her photo was shared, it was impossible to ignore. Something in her face said she still had so much life left to live. The decision to save her was made immediately. When they finally met her, the first words spoken were soft promises that she would be loved forever, that she would never have to be afraid again. But Clementine didn't understand yet. Everything around her was strange and overwhelming. She moved slowly, unsure of what was safe and what wasn't. The drive home was quiet, except for the soft reassurances given from the front seat. "It's okay, you're safe now," they told her over and over. Arriving at her new home, the door was opened, but she hesitated. She stood at the threshold, nose twitching, eyes darting from side to side. Eventually, she took a careful step inside, then another, until she was standing in her new living room. For the first few days, Clementine explored quietly, sniffing each corner and studying her surroundings. But it was clear the trauma from the shelter still clung to her. She spent hours just sitting in one spot, often staring at the wall. She didn't make eye contact for months. Some days it seemed like she was ready to trust, only for her to pull back the next day as if the fear had returned overnight. Her new family stayed patient. They spoke to her gently, moved slowly around her, and never pushed her into interactions she wasn't ready for. They had 2 other dogs at home, and there was concern about how they might react to the new arrival. But the worry faded quickly. From the start, the other dogs treated Clementine like family. She returned the kindness with gentle little kisses and polite patience at mealtimes. She never rushed to eat. She sat quietly, waiting for her turn, listening to the feeding routine. "Sit. Wait. Okay." Only then would she approach her bowl. Her calm nature made her easy to love. As winter arrived, her personality began to peek through in funny ways. She didn't like when warm air from the heater blew directly onto her bed. One afternoon, her family watched her try to push her bed away from the heater, as if she was trying to turn it off herself. They couldn't help but laugh. It was one of the first moments she seemed truly comfortable enough to be silly. Over time, the little things began to change. She started to follow her family around the house. If someone stopped petting her, she would reach out a paw to touch their hand, asking for more attention. She learned that being close to people could feel safe. The shaking slowed. The staring at the wall stopped. The quiet fear in her eyes began to fade, replaced with softness and curiosity. Clementine learned to enjoy belly rubs, short walks in the yard, and naps near her canine siblings. The dog who once faced her final day now had a family, warmth, and love. Every small step she took toward trust was celebrated. Every wag of her tail was proof that she had not only survived, but had begun to truly live. If Clementine's story touched your heart, consider sharing it. Even one share can help other dogs like her find their second chance. And if you're able, visit your local shelter, because sometimes the one who needs you most is the one you least expect.